Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Razak at CMTrading. Today is March 3rd, 2016, and today is Thursday morning. So looking at the economic calendar today, just a few things coming out. 11:30 a.m. South African time, GBP Services PMI number coming out, and then at 3:30 p.m. South African time, that's a USD unemployment claims coming out. It's a weekly number. And then at 5 p.m. South African time, we have another USD number coming out, ISM non-manufacturing PMI number. So these are not colossal numbers, especially in light of tomorrow's NFP number that's coming out at 3:30 South African time. But looking at the markets, we'll start with the Euro USD bouncing off of this support level on 108.28. We're trading at 108.60. So that's how beautiful it is. It's sustaining, it's trading within its ranges, it's respecting its support levels. And we had this before, and we've maintained it. These are not new lines, but these are reference points of possibly entry points, okay? And we've broken down, we've mentioned this the past couple of days, that we've broken every support level, but it seems at 108.28 we're actually respecting it. So I would imagine that we'll be trading within this range between 109.55 and 108.28. Let's see what comes out tomorrow. Okay, and it will be a major factor how the numbers come out, how it's going to affect the Euro USD. Looking at the USD CAD, also breaking this support level or previous resistance level, and then anticipated support, but breaking it. Okay, and we're trading at 134.07. It looks like it's tightening up here. This is the next level down where we had a previous resistance here, or we had this line right here, and it looks like it's firming up here. So take a look at this on the upside as we go into March session. Looking at the Dow Jones not giving up. Okay, it's still resilient, showing some strength and not really retreating. And so this possibility that we're going to hit 17,000 may be a reality depending on how positive the numbers are tomorrow. So I would keep an eye on that. Looking at oil inventories, number came out yesterday, and sure enough, we're above 34.70 here, and we're trading above this 34.22. So this was a resistance level, as we spoke about before. We kind of wanted to break it and, had some resistance breaking it, but now we've finally broke above it. So I would say the next parameter is 37.91. That would be the next area where I would expect it to rally to, okay? Maybe even a little bit before that. Maybe we'll hit 36.80. It's very hard to see here because it's a very choppy trading, whereas, we've hit it 3 times here. But sure enough, 40 is our target for the year, and we have some mild support and then breaking the supports. I would imagine this would be anticipated resistance on our next level up. Looking at gold now is going up. Okay, it's sustaining its rally, it's not retreating, it's making higher lows, which is, every time it retreats it takes it a little bit higher, or it retreats, it's forming a wedge formation, as you can see here. Just if we can just paint here just a little bit just to show you, that is a wedge formation. Okay, I'm not taking it on the technical stuff, but we're forming a very technical wedge here, okay, which comes to show us that it's either going to go up or it's going to break down. But there's a huge resistance level right here at 1245, 1240-ish level, and so if we do break above it, there's no question that we can see it heading higher, maybe even into the 1300 range. So as you can see, this is a wedge formation. Even if I look at it on a weekly calendar, and it looks like it wants to take it up. So I'm getting a little bit more bullish as we're getting into gold because it's not retreating, it's showing some resilience, and it's bouncing. So looking at the GBP Japanese yen here, big rally. As you can see, we finally hit this bottom at 156, and we're trading at 160. 160 is a round number, so it is significant. Okay, I'm not going to say that it's not significant, but ultimately on the short range we had a little bit of support before, and then we broke this. So I wouldn't say that this is necessarily support. My next level is really 163, but let's see if this is really going to make a turnaround, because this has been clobbered this year. It's a nosedive, and now we're at this level where we can have a correction. So, if it's going to trade like anything like the Euro USD, it's going to be trading in a range, but there's money to be made even in the range. So I'd keep an eye on this to see if it'll continue rallying. It's rallied over 100 pips, but if you look on the downside, it's retreated over a couple of thousand pips. So, if that couple of thousand pips on the downside, a hundred and so pips on the upside, it's not that big of a rally to say, hey, it's now a turnaround, right? But it is something indicative to say we may be forming a foundation here where we'll be trading in the range. And, mind you, if the range is anywhere between 250 to 300 pips, there's lots of money to be made, obviously. So I'd keep an eye on this. Just to emphasize, tomorrow's NFP at 3:30 South African time, major number, and we'll be covering it tomorrow morning. This is Fred Razak at CMTrading. I want to wish you guys a great trading day.